This meeting is being recorded.
Online students, am I audible now? Am I audible, students, now? Okay. Now, students, so there is a technical issue in the WebEx software with me. So that's why it's delayed a little bit. Now we are going to enter into the further. So here, somebody asked about some student. Who is this from print off? This student doesn't have the name. Who doesn't have the name? So this person is asking, this unauthorized person is. So we don't want to answer to this person. Is an unauthorized from print off. So dash dash dash. So we don't want to answer this dash 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 student. Okay. So please join on your name. We will answer you. Who are you? We don't know. So that we don't want to answer you. So coming to the point of it, I'll move to the further. Are you from Rehan? Okay, Rehan. So you are asking how much time this course will take. This I already said in the beginning only. That much time it will be taking. If you want to complete the course quickly, take tomorrow onwards holidays only. Okay. Tomorrow also you feel that class is completed and you can make it by yourself. As long as I teach, you have to attend the classes. So let me move to the further. So students, today's concept, see students, completing the course is of only 2 minutes. If we say all of you complete so quickly, what is there? We will read only subheadings. We will say course is completed. Shall I do that? We don't want to do it. Even if you said do it means we don't do it. Compulsory we don't do it. Okay, Rehan Patel, I think so. Already you missed some classes, I hope, and you are asking when to complete. Okay, so I did not decide so far. Beginning, I said the duration of my course, you have to attend that many times. Okay, so let me start discussing about next topic, which I decided to go for it. Very, very important statements. Flow, flow control statements. Flow control statements in Python. Flow control statements in Python, or it is also called as control structures. Control structures in Python. Okay. So this is the most important for the student. This topic aim is, and I'm writing the aim of this topic to solve any problem, to solve any problem which is available in any company when you go for it, to solve any problem, to develop any task in real time. We go for what? This type of chapter will be useful. This chapter will give you how to build the logic. Logic building skills will be provided as a part of that. So try to follow me carefully, students. This I'm going to talk about almost 1 week. 1 week I'm going to talk about it. We are going to speak about 1 week. Okay. And let us start understanding about. I can't imagine how much important this is. If you are missing something during this programming, we can't imagine the next feature of the student. And I'm saying all the students bring the ID cards daily. Bring your ID cards daily. Without ID cards, we don't allow. Bring your ID cards and take care about your authentication. When they ask, you need to prove by yourself. So next, coming to the index, what will be the index of this flow control statements? First one, I am going to talk about purpose of flow control statements in Python. Purpose of flow control statements in Python. Index I'm writing. Types of flow control statements in Python. There I'm talking about. First one I'm talking about conditional statements. Conditional or selection, selection or branching statements. Branching statements. We are going to talk about it. As a part of that branching statements, of course, I'll remove that. This is called first category. I'm going to take up. And next, I'm going to talk about it. Under that, we are having, first, under that, we are talking simple if statement. Second one, I'm going to talk about if else statement. The third one, we are talking about if if else statement, followed by programming examples. And one more I will add it. Fourth one, match case statement. We are going to talk about it. This is called one first category of statements. Second category of looping statements is the second one. We are talking about looping or iterative statements. We are talking, also called as what you know, repetitive statements. There we'll talk about while loop. It also called as what you know, while else loop. Second one we talk about for loop. Are also called as what you know, for else loop we can call. Followed by programming examples. We'll talk. This is called a second category. But the third category we are going to talk about it. Transfer flow statements. So there we'll talk about it. First one, break. Second one we'll talk about continue. Third one we'll talk about pause. This is a very, very important. The fourth one we are talking about, you know, return, followed by programming examples. We are talking. And next we are talking about conditional, looping or transfer flow statements. These keywords we are talking. And finally, we are going to enter into combined programming examples. Of course, combined programming examples on conditional, and here I am writing, comma, looping, and what? Transfer flow statements. That part is one thing. We are talking about the next one, nested or inner loops. Purpose of it and all. There we talk about while loop. Second one will talk about for loop. Very, very important. The third one will talk about while loop. And the fourth one will talk about it, for loop in while loop. These are the things we are talking. Programming examples. This is what we are going to discuss. Okay, students. So let us start understanding about index. This is the most important, students. Once again, I'm saying, to learn anything, any subject, if you want to learn in Python or anywhere else, if you want to become an industry expert, industry programmer, these things are very, very important. Let us start understanding about what is the use of flow control statements. Introduction to flow control statements are control structures to this one we are going to enter. So let's start understanding about flow control statements. Because in C language also, you might be studied about this type of wording. You got it. So may I know what is the use of that control structures which you have studied already, students? Can anybody can give? Can anybody can give? Right. Naresh, my dear student, I'll tell you, don't worry about it. Global program. It's a dead easy program. Actually, still you are unable to do means what you are doing, I don't know. Okay, Mr. Naresh, come to the point of it. I'll explain it. So follow me carefully. Tell me, what is the use of Naresh to keep the control of the flow? Very good. Very good. Like that, that is very good means I'm saying reverse order. So control flow or flow control, just on the basis of the word, people will say to keep the control of the flow. It is just like what? What is the use of security testing? What is the use of security testing? People will answer what? It is used to test the security. On the basis of the word, they will tell. What is the use of that? Used to set test the security. But how do you check the security? Don't know. What is the one more is there? Performance testing. Student will say without knowing anything. What is the use of performance testing? It is used to test the performance. These are God given knowledge. Next, what is the question? What is the question of? Now you answer. What is the white box testing? Definitely you cannot answer. It is used to test the white box. Will you answer it? White box is not there, black box is not there. So, like that, people are saying, what is the use of flow control statements? What is the use of control structures in Python? So, anybody can answer it. Mm, mm. Example? Mm? For and Elsa. నువ్వు చెప్పిన దానికి నేను ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అడుగుతున్నావు. వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ సెట్ దట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్. ఓకే, షుడ్ క్రికెటర్ ఇంగ్లీష్ కంబైన్ చేసి చెప్పకుండా ప్రోగ్రామాటిక్ ఇంగ్లీష్. క్రికెటర్ ఇంగ్లీష్ కాకుండా ఐ ఈజ్ 1, ఐ లెస్ దాన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ 10, ప్రింట్ ఐ, ఇంక్రిమెంట్ ఐ, అంతే అయిపోయింది. ఉత్తగా అది క్రికెటర్ ఇంగ్లీష్ చేస్తే నీకే ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది. రైట్, చూడ. సో ద purpose of flow control statements, I'll tell you, rather than just saying that in a normal manner, unethical, unpractical point of it. Now I'm going to take up something like this. Online students, now follow me carefully. Now I'm going to take one task. All of you carefully listen. So without knowing any knowledge on flow control statements, I'm making you to understand. Students, carefully follow. Suppose, or simple word I will tell you. In IT, in information technology, is a blind rule I am telling to everybody. When you come across any task, just to make it blind rule. Any task is coming in front of you, that task will come in two ways. Fixed, these are all called. What is the first task? Number one, one-time operation. Second one, you will get it repeated operation. One-time operation and repeated operation will come. One-time operation means what? If we want to perform X operation one time, if we want to perform Y operation one time, there is some condition is required. What the condition can be? Either true or the condition can be false. If the condition is true, perform X operation how many times? One time. Or if the condition is false, do the operation how many times? One time. As I said, For example, oval, Naresh's favorite program. Naresh's favorite program. So apple, first letter is called what? A. Is it present in AEIOU? Yes. Then I can say it is called what? Vowel word. Vowel word. Are you following me? Next, if it is not present in this vowels, it is called what? Not a vowel word. Suppose there is a word called sky. There is a word called sky. Is AEIOU present in the sky? No. That is nothing but what it is going to be called as. It's not a vowel word. It is not a vowel word. How many times I am checking? One time only I am checking. One time only I am checking. So it is nothing but what? One time operations will perform either X operation or Y operation based on the condition. Condition is true, perform X operation. Condition is false, perform what? Y operation. Please come out. Your C language, you come out. Don't think that you are to learn in C language, it is going to do something for you. Come out of that. Now I'm going to seek some operation here. I want to insert 20 employee records. 20 employee records in the database, for example. So 20 employee records means what? I will insert first record, second record, third record, fourth record, fifth record. I'll go on inserting how many records? 20. So there is a task of repetition is available. There is a task of repetition. First employee details are different. Second employee details are different. Like that, I will perform an operation repeatedly for a finite number of times. This is a most important wording. Finite number of times until condition becomes false. Condition becomes false. Condition becomes false. What is the condition? You are starting with what? One first employee, going on taking up to 19 employee and 20th employee. 21 it is becoming, we are stopping it because we need what? Up to 20. So you are performing an operation repeatedly. It is known as which task here? A repeated operation. One more example, you take it. For example, you want to send a message, SMS you want to send, saying that happy birthday. So I'm going to take it, happy birthday for so and so person, some XYZ, and inviting that XYZ members for how many people invitation is going to send. 100 people you are going to send the invitation. For 100 people you are sending the invitation. This SMS you are sending for on so and so XYZ birthday, you are inviting almost 100 people. So this message you need to send for 100 people. What is this task, student? You just understand. Is it a one-time task? Is it a repeated task? Repeated task. Good. That identification is important. So you will be starting sending the SMS from 1 and you are stopping at where? 100. So in middle of it, you are going on sending. You are going on sending until it reaches to what? 100. When it reaches to 101. Once it reaches to 101, what will happen? You are stopping that execution and you are saying that task is completed. Now I am going to decide. Now I am going to decide. You have written an entrance test. You have written an entrance test. You have written an entrance test. You have written. In the entrance test, you have written what? And you got some rank called what? 200. You got it. There are some slots are there in the colleges. What are the slots here? 1 to 50, some X college. 1 to 50, some X college. And 50 to 51 to what? 100. One more Y college. Y college. And 101 to 150. 150. One more college called Z. 151 to 200. 200 is called some K college. 201 to something like 250, something like some L college. Now your rank is called what? 200. 200 is your rank. So 200 is your rank. So you are going to do what? Checking with this. Not present, not present, not present. It is presenting here. So you are taking an admission of that particular thing in one place only. So that is nothing but what? You can do this as called what? One operation you are performing. I think you are understanding about it. What do you mean by one-time operation? What do you mean by repeated operation? I want to decide, for example, either 0 or 1, 0 or positive, or negative? This example also I said to you in the class. Positive or what? Negative. So how to decide this 0 or positive or negative? Is it one time operation or repeated operation? One time operation. If my value is greater than 0, it is called positive. Else if it is negative, or it can be 0. Already I wrote ordinary operator if else I wrote. So one time operation performed by what? If looping statements are performing this repeated operations, conditional statements are performing one time operation. Now I'm going to conclude. Conditional statements are used for performing one time operation, and looping statements are meant for performing repeated operation. First, you must have this clarity. The moment when you feel it is a repetition with your understanding of English, we will go for what? Conditional. Once we feel that there is only one time operation is there, I'll go for what? Conditional. Suppose I want to decide the biggest of two numbers. What I will do? If A greater than B, true, true. What is bigger? A is bigger. If A greater than B is called false, what is the bigger? B. So it is known as what operation? Either X operation or Y operation. In the case of true or false. If it is true, perform X operation. If it is false, perform what operation? Y operation. How many times? One time only you are performing. So I want to send an SMS to 100 people. It is what operation? That will be performed by what? Looping statements. So I will go for purpose of flow control statements. Now I'm writing this, you try to answer whoever asking this question. The purpose of flow control statements in Python is that to perform certain task certain task certain task only once. I'm going to write it little clear, you try to understand. Only once in the bracket, x operation in the case of what? X operation in the case of true, or y operation in the case of what? False. Y operation in the case of false. In the case of false. How many times? One time. Or this is one thing. One more thing, or perform certain task repeatedly. Perform certain task repeatedly for finite number of times. For finite number of times until test condition becomes false. This is the complete meaning of what? Flow control statements. It is used to control the flow. To this, all these things. No, if you say certain thing, it should be practically sound. It should work practically. So the purpose of flow control statements in Python is that to perform certain operation, certain task only once, only once, only once. In the only once means which operation? X operation in the case of true, or Y operation in the case of what? False. Or perform certain task repeatedly for finite number of times until test condition becomes false. This is a very important. The moment when task is given, it is a blind advice to everybody. Read the question carefully with your English efficiency. First of all, this is a very important. Understanding the sentence is very important. And if you feel that it is a conditional one-time operation, go for condition. The name itself says condition means either a true or what? If it is true, do X operation. If it is false, do what operation? Y operation. How many times? Only one time. If you perform any operation repeatedly, like inserting 20 records or sending an SMS for 100 people, these are all called what? Repeated task to be performed by what? Looping statement. Anything you take it. Joining in the college is what operation? Joining in the college is conditional. Going to the college for 4 years is what? Repetition. So repetition. Learning the course is what operation? One time operation. Doing the job in many companies is what operation? Repeated operation. Like that, even you take a general tendency also, one can define this kind of thing. So I think online students, it is more clear, I think so. So in Python programming, we have, or we can say, flow control statements are classified into, in Python programming, flow control statements are classified into, how many types? Three types. Three types. They are. So number one is called what? As I was written already, conditional statements. There is the first category. So many number of examples I will tell you. Almost 100 plus, 150 plus examples you can solve it. And I will post some questions for you also, students. And the questions are ready. I already said. I'll do a lot of examples in the class. With four levels, I will cover it. Four levels I will cover it. Level 1 problems, level 2 problems, level 3 problems, level 4 problems. I'll cover these many examples, all of them. That's why I kept for 1 week time to sort it out. Not like your college, while loop one example, for loop one example, and finishing the task like that. We are going to do lot more things in the class. Without missing, you try to understand the classes. If you miss it and ask, if you miss it and attend, it will be a problem for you. Now, how many flow control statements are there? Three. Spell out. Conditional or branching or selection statements, looping or iterative or repetitive statements, transfer flow statements. Now I'm entering into the first one called conditional. Conditional or, so I will go for taking care about that. Now I'm going to take up about conditional or selection or branching statements. Very simple, students. Let us start about the conditional or selection or branching statements. Very simple. So I'm writing exclusively the purpose I'm writing. The purpose of, or I will take complete. The purpose of here, the previous document, if you see, it is overall concept of what? Flow control. Now I'm entering into the particular statement is that to perform to perform a task a task to perform x operation in the case of what? True, or what? Y operation in the case of what? That's all. In the case of false, in the case of false, only once. This is a very, very important. This title itself is important. Either X operation in the case of true or Y operation in the case of false. How many times? Only once. Now I'm writing in Python programming. In Python programming, we have four types of conditional statements. Four types of conditional statements. They are, I'm writing, number one is called what? Simple if statement. Simple if statement. Second one is if else statement. So I'll carry this if else statement and a match case statement. There are different type of things are available. So I'm writing here two. Next, the third one I'm taking. Third one I'm taking. The fourth one I'm taking here called fourth one, match case statement. How many are available totally? Four. Spell out. Simple if statement, if else statement, if else statement, match case statement. So these many are available. Now first we will go for what? Simple if. So immediately we'll get a doubt. Sir, these are the available. And yesterday there is some class, Friday class. We discussed about what? If else operator also we discussed it. Did you remember? If else operator also we discussed it. See, students, if you don't read and come to the class, it is a very danger. You cannot achieve the goal what you decided. Because if you don't answer my questions, those who did not answer, expecting your goal is difficult. Because interview will ask the same question compulsory, and if you don't answer, it's a problem. Because the opportunity of getting interview every time is not coming, but you have to utilize it and you have to be perfect in subject. So I'm going to give you if else operator solves single time operation, that is a one time operation, That is a one time only it will perform. For small problems, small problems in the sense what? See that variable name is equal to expression 1. You know the syntax, expression 1, 1. And I will write what? If I am writing what here? Test condition I am writing. Else, what is the statement I wrote? Expression 2. I mean, here either expression 1, either statement 1 I am writing or statement 2 I am writing. That means in the place of expression 1, I will write only one statement at a time. Here I can write only one statement at a time. But for me, I want to write some group of statements to be performed when the condition is what? True. When the test condition is true, I want to perform some group of statements. That time what is not possible? If else ternary operator is not possible, right or not? If else ternary operator is possible only in the case of what? Only one expression we are able to write it. In the expression part, we cannot write multiple group of statements, we cannot write. Block of statements are not possible to write. Only one statement we can write it. So block of statements not possible to write. Definitely I have to go for what? Conditional statements I have to go for it. In simple word, for big problem solving, I will go for what? Conditional statements. For smaller problems, I will go for what? Example, if you know little mathematics, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We'll calculate the discriminant, roots of the quadratic equation, you know, I think so. Plus or minus b square minus 4ac whole by 2a. If you know any mathematics here, this is called 2a. This part is known as what? Discriminant we can call it d. Discriminant we call it as a d. If d greater than 0, if d greater than 0, what is the statement 1? Minus b plus sqrt of d. Anyhow, I will solve this question in the class. By what? 2 star a we will write it. This is our statement number 1. This is called root number 1. Root number 2 is what? Minus b minus sqrt of d. Sqrt of d all by what? 2 star a. 2 star a. This is going to be called a second statement. So, if d greater than 0, if I go to ternary operator, if d greater than 0, I want to calculate two roots. Can I calculate the two roots here in the expression 1? Come on, Madhu, come on. So, if test condition, here we are writing what? Only one expression. So, in this one expression, I cannot write how many statements. So, definitely I cannot go for such a big problem. Which operator I cannot use? Ternary operator I cannot use it. I have to use ternary operator only for small problems. But I cannot go for big problem solving like what I mentioned it. So I hope that you are understanding the difference between conditional statements and a ternary operator. Ternary operator is for small problem state logics. Small problem logics in the sense, if condition is true, one statement at a time. If condition is false, another statement at a time. If condition is true, more number of statements. Ternary operator is not possible. Ternary operator is possible for only one statement operational related, not for multiple. Now I am going for simple if statement I am introducing in this class. Online students, I hope we are understanding. So coming to the point back, here we are entering into which statement? Simple if statement we are going to enter. Simple if statement I am going to enter. So coming to the point back here, we are entering here simple if statement. So here I am writing simple if statement. I am going to write it. Syntax I will write it first. Very, very important students. To write the big problems or any problems in the industry, first of all, we need to know the concept very thoroughly. So I'm writing if. So be careful. I'm writing the syntax. If is a keyword. You know, if is a keyword. Now I'm writing if test condition. Test condition I am writing it. Test condition I am writing it. In C language, what we used to write? If test condition. We used to write what here? Open the curly brace. And we used to write what? Statement 1, statement 2. In C language. I'll write it. మీకు సి లాంగ్వేజ్ కంప్లీట్ గా రాదు, గుర్తులేదు. సో ఫర్ మీ ఇట్స్ డిఫికల్ట్ టు క్యాచ్ అప్. or you are not able to listen properly. In C language, you are going to write opening bracket, and here you are writing what? Statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, statement 2, statement 3, so on. We are writing n number of statements. We are writing n number of statements. Close this bracket. Close this bracket. What does this indicates? This group of statements are called block of statements solving a problem or performing an operation when the condition is true. But in Python programming, such a type of opening bracket, closing bracket is not there. Right? So now I'm coming to Python. When I'm coming to Python, there is a two symbols are going to come. There are two symbols are going to come, students. What are the two symbols I'm going to tell you here? That are little danger to the students, beginning. And if you don't practice, it's a severe problem for you. Here, indentation symbol, and indentation block. Indentation block. Two symbols are going to come. Indentation symbol, indentation block. You must be so careful enough in understanding these two terminologies. No opening bracket and no closing bracket available. What I'm going to do now? Simple, students. If test condition, now I'm writing colon. What that colon indicates? Indentation symbol. There I'm writing every indentation symbol followed by what? What is the symbol called colon? Once again, tell me. Indentation symbol. Once the indentation symbol you press it, you should not write the statement from there only. Below to if statement, you cannot write it. That will give you indentation error. Go to once and then check it out. Go to the Python environment. Anywhere else. PyCharm also you take it. Beginning level I am taking here. If 10 greater than 2, I am writing it. So there it is going to be print off what I am writing. Hello, I am writing. It is going to give you what error? Indentation error. That indicates once you press indentation symbol, you have to maintain, you press the tab, it will exactly maintain 4 spaces. There you try to write statement 1, there you try to write statement 2, so on you can write n number of statements. So that you can write n number of statements. You are writing n number of statements. Statement n. If test condition, statement 1, statement 2, so on, statement n. What is this entire thing indicates? Statement 1, statement 2, statement n. These are all comes under what here? Indentation block of statements. Whatever you are pressing the tab and writing the group of statements are called indentation block. Spell out. Indentation block. That indicates every indentation symbol followed by what block? Indentation block. If you don't write it, you will get what error? Indentation error will be coming. These three things. So interview will ask you what is indentation symbol, indentation block, indentation error. At a fresher level, this is a very important. Even if you don't promote these rules and regulations, most of the time you will get error. Which error will come? Indentation error will come. Indentation error will come. So, stand up. What is the symbol colon called? What is this is called? Indentation. What is that is called? Indentation symbol. Indentation. Listen the class. Sit down. Listen the class. Why are you wasting your time? Listen. What is this colon is called? Indentation symbol. What is this is known as? Indentation block. Every indentation symbol is immediately followed by whom? Indentation block. Okay. After that, see students, my cursor is there within what? Indentation. To come out of the indentation, I need to press backspace. You habituate this point. Backspace. It is coming out of the indentation block. Again from indentation, it is out of the indentation block. To enter into the indentation block, I will press what? Backspace is to come out of the indentation. To enter into the indentation, I will press what? Tab. Tab is to enter into the indentation. To come out of the indentation, I will press what? Backspace. So backspace, come out of the indentation. Tab, again enter into the indentation. Now I'm writing here. Come out of the indentation. I'm writing just below to the if statement. I'm writing here lock other statements in the program. Other statements in the program. These are very, very important. Other statements in program. As on today, why people are not able to write the program? Because they don't know the concept of these statements. If else, if statements, match case. They don't know. Not only this Python related, any subject you take it, that is going to contain what? This type of conclusion is important. Concept must be so clear. Start now. First, PVM comes to where? Test condition. If a test condition is called what? True. If a test condition can be either true or false. If it is true, what will happen? PVM will enter into the indentation block, execute the indentation block of statements. After that, it will come out of the indentation and it will execute the other statements in the program. How many times? Only one time. This is in the case of what? True. If the test condition is false, simply it will execute what? Other statements in the program only. Which statements will not execute? Other statements in the program will not execute. Other statements in the program will not execute. I hope you are following me. So once again, I am going to say first it will PVM comes to where? Test condition. If the test condition is true, PVM will execute the indentation block of statements. It is also known as indentation suit. Will execute how many times? One time only. It will come out of the indentation block and execute what? Other statements in the program. How many times? One time only. I hope this is more clear for you. How the flow chart will be written? The flow chart will be the description and everything I'll show you. Just hold on. Here I will write it entry. What this entry is going to contain? What this entry is going to contain? Test condition. Test condition is called what here? True. Test condition is called what here? False. If the test condition is true, what you will do? Execute what is this? Indentation block of statements. Indentation block of statements. And later it will execute what? Other statements in the program. Execute other statements in program. I hope it is more clear. If it is false, execute what statements? Other statements in the program. This is a behavioral part of what? Simple if statement. Let me show you one documentation of this. Let me show you the documentation of this part. So I'm going to take up. So conditional statements I'm going to take up. There you try to see. So I'm going to write it. So try to observe it. Because this colorful documentation I may not be writing again and again multiple times. Then try to follow. Start now. Simple if statement. All of you students respond. So this is called a simple if statement. Syntax. If test condition. If the test condition is true, see the symbol, colon, indentation symbol. If the test condition is true, execute the indentation block, which is written indentation block or indentation suit. And parallel to if statement is called what? Other statement. Execute the indentation block of statement. Come out and execute what? Other statements. If it is false, directly execute what statement? Other statements in the program only. So here, test condition is called a true. Execute what? Indentation block of statements and execute what? Other statements in the program. If it is false, execute what? Other statements in the program. This is something like a concept. Nobody will ask you in the interview point of view, tell me if statement, flowchart, explanation. Nobody will ask. They will ask what? Programming on that area. Come on, start. Here, if is a keyword. Here, test condition can be either true or false. If the test condition is true, then PVM executes indentation block of statements and later executes other statements in the program. If the test condition is false, then PVM executes other statements without indentation block of statements. This is a concept, syntax, and then what? Flowchart. Online students, is this is clear? Quickly answer this. And I'll go to the further. Coding I will introduce now. Okay. Write down. Open the notes. All of you. Write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. What are this? Write a Python program which will accept a numerical, which will accept two numerical values. You write. Which will accept two numerical values. Which will accept two numerical values and decide. Which will accept two numerical values and decide the biggest among them, and decide the biggest among them by using ternary operator, by using if else statement, by using if else statement. Already this logic I said by using ternary operator. Same thing I am using with the if else statement, if statement. What is written? With a simple if statement. With a simple if statement you write. With a simple if statement. With a simple if statement. Are you following? So write a Python program which will accept two numerical values and find the biggest among them by using simple if statement. That is the question over there. Let me come to that and follow this. Follow my presentation carefully. Here, this is very simple. Already I taught to you in the if else operator. Nothing is special here, which is very easy, not a difficult. So I'm going to take up the concept of what you know. I'll take up here a new operate. I will take a project name. The project name is called what you know. 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Conditional statements. I will take it. Conditional statements. Examples. I'm going to take it. Conditional statements. Examples. I'm going to take up. Virtual environment is creating. Now there I will start writing the code. Students, before going to write that code, first I am going to write it. Look at that. Simple if statement. If statement example1.py. So this part I am going to take up. There I will write it before that. Program for accepting two numerical values and find biggest. It is question is very simple, but the thing is how to use the by using simple if statement. By using simple if statement. By using simple if statement, I am going to write it. Simple if statement, I am going to write it. Right, students. So there I am going to write it. Try to follow carefully what I'm writing. And before going to write it, one small thing. First of all, there also, when I'm trying to write this thing, you should have the capability to understand what is the indentation block and what will be the other statement. Take a small situation of watching a movie. A small situation I'm going to take up. A small problem, LKG problem I'm taking. You want to watch a problem. You want to watch a movie, for example. You want to watch a movie. This is my problem. So for watching a movie, what is required? First thing, ticket is required or not? So what is the case one? What is the case one? Tell me. If the ticket status, TKT status, TKT status is called what? Is yes. If you have ticket is yes, then what is happening? You can watch the movie. After watching the movie, where you can go? Where you can go? You will go to, where you will go? After watching movie, where do you go, students? Home. Why are you not saying that? Home you will go. If no ticket, If no ticket, ticket status is what? No. If ticket status is no, where do you go? Home. So no, it is also no. Where do you go? Home only. So what is the statement X here? What is the other statements here? Going to home is called other statement. So if you understand, if you keep your concentration, going to home is called other statement here. If you have a ticket, you watch it and going to home. If no ticket, go to where? Home only. So home is executing at any cost. Watching movie and going to home. Without watching movie also going to home. So going to home is called what statement here? Other statement. Something like that. That part I want to go for it. Let me go for this example to implement once. Simple example before going to my problem statement. I'm writing here. All the students in online. Movie dot py. Movie dot py. Movie dot py. There I'm writing. So here I'm writing. Come on, now I'm writing here. TKT is equal to ticket is equal to input of. I'm writing here input of enter enter, or I will write it. Do you have a ticket? Do you have a ticket? In the bracket, yes or no. Do you have a ticket? Yes or no. There I'm writing. Do you have a ticket? Yes or no. I'm writing here. What is that? Come on, fast. Two decisions are required. Already said you. If ticket is yes, do something. If ticket is no, do something else. So how do you write it? If TKT is equal to what? S. If TKT is equal to S, see that exactly cursor is waiting there only. If you are not serious about the indentation, you'll get a lot of problems. Colon. That's why daily practicing is important. Colon. When you press enter key, exactly it is waiting in the place where it is supposed to wait. Understand? Suppose by mistake you are pressing backspace, you are coming out of it. For example, you are writing like this, not writing indentation block, trying to run it, you will get indentation error. See the indentation error here, indentation error. So you are getting indentation error. So top of it, you see students, you are getting indentation error. In order to, suppose for example, certain cases, I don't write indentation. Which cases you don't write, sir? I will tell you some situations for you. I'll tell you some situations. TKT is equal to yes. For example, I don't want to write indentation. If I don't write indentation, if I run my code, I got an indentation error. How can I avoid this problem? By going for writing. I'm writing TKT is equal to S. I'm writing S here. And I'm saying that inside of that, pass I'm writing pass. Pass is actually called what? One miscellaneous statement. One transfer flow statements, one pass is there. What is this pass says? Pass is a keyword which instructs the Python compiler and PVM not to consider the indentation block. Just ignore the indentation block. Just skip the indentation block. That's the meaning of what? Pass. Pass is a keyword which instructs the Python compiler. What the Python compiler will do? It checks for the syntaxes. So already in the beginning, I said the diagram also, interpretation phase and then compilation, execution and everything. So the pass is a keyword which instructs the Python compiler not to consider the indentation block. Not to consider the indentation block or skip the indentation block. That is called what here? Pass. You try to run it, you will not get any error here. And of course, it is asking yes. It is not going to give any output. Are you understanding? So pass. Even if suppose if I ask a question, if I don't know the answer, what you will say? I'll say pass. So that means what? When I'm asking a question here, if you don't know the answer of that indentation, answer means what? Telling the body. If you don't know this body, you'll say simply say what? Pass. Even universities are giving a certificate of just a pass only. Pass. Certificate is what? Pass. What is that pass? Just a pass ante. Subject no. Just a pass. Are you following me? So pass. So now I'm writing the indentation block. What is the indentation block? Enter into theater. Enter into theater. Now print off what I'm doing. Watch the movie. Watch the movie. Watch the movie. So I'm writing here, watch the movie and print off what? Understand the message, understand the message, and like this I said like this. These three lines are called what? Indentation block. Indentation block. I press backspace. Now I'm writing here. Go to home. Go to home. This is the subject of what? Statement X is called what? Other statements in the program is called line number 7. I hope you are following me. Start executing. First of all, how the flow will be. First time I am writing this indentation block related concept is coming. Indentation block will execute when this condition is true. When the condition is false, it will go to the other statements in the program. Take the status now. What is the value I am entering? Yes, I am entering. What is the value of TKT? Yes. Yes is equal to yes is true. Yes is equal to yes is true. And enter into the fourth line, fifth line, sixth line is executed. After completion of it will go to seventh line. Try to run this code. Now I am saying, do you have ticket? Yes, I am saying. You got it. Enter into theater, watch the movie, understand the message, and go to home. This is called indentation block. Plus, it is executing what? Other statement in the program is also executed. You try to run one more time here. Do you have any ticket? No. No means what? What is the value of TKT? No. No is equal to S. False. No is equal to S is called what? False. Go to where? Go to home. Which one is not executing? Indentation block is not executing. Simply go to home. Indentation block is not executing. I hope it is more clear. If you understand one problem very perfectly, other things are dead easy. Now coming to this example. What are the points you understood? Even if you are not writing the statement like this, even if you wrote the statements like this, you will get a problem. You will get error. Which error will come? Indentation error. See the indentation error here? That's right. Danger situation, students. One must be careful about. One must be careful about in taking indentation. Getting out. So take care. And this part, I'm going to take up. All of you should carefully understand the situation. So how to go to the indentation? Press tab and write the other statement depends on your problem statement. Online students, is it clear for all of you? If you say this is clear, I'll go to my problem statement. Now, what is our problem statement? Look at, read what? How many values? Two values. Read two values and then find the biggest of those things. Come on, look at all of you. A is equal to float of input of enter first value. Enter what value? First value. Next I'm going to enter into where? Enter second value. Enter what value? Second value you are entering. That is called B. B you are taking. Next I'm going to find the biggest among these two. So there I'm writing first time. If statement I'm using. So how many results I need? Two. One is A bigger and B bigger. Now I'm writing first time. If A greater than B. Even you need not write in the bracket. Simply you can write A greater than B. Indentation symbol. That time I will print what? Press this indentation symbol. Print of what? Max of what? Max of first value comma second value is equal to biggest value. Dot format of A comma B comma. What is the biggest value? What is the biggest value? A. A. A is the biggest value. I wrote it. Okay. After that, take care. A value called 10, B value called 4. What is the condition here? 10 greater than 4, true. True means which line it will execute? Sixth line it will execute. Sixth line means this one. Indentation. So what it is printing? Max of 10 comma 4 is equal to 10 is printed. 10 is printed. Okay, that's nice. It will come after that which statement? Seventh statement it will come. After executing indentation, it will come to where? Seventh statement. Okay, that is in the case of A greater than B 2 case. Suppose A value 10, B value 20. 20. Be careful. 10 greater than 20. False. False means which line it will go? Line number 7. Other statement, don't use it. Other statement number you tell me. Where is other statement? Line number 7. In line number 7, what I will write? Another if statement I will write it. Where I will write what? B greater than A. Don't keep your C language old knowledge in the mind now. Because the old knowledge, no job is coming. Just roll back. Try to understand. And understanding this looping statement and coding is not a rocket science subject. Rocket science is very difficult. It is not a rocket science. Very easy. Even the candidates who failed in MCA, they are doing software job. You don't know that. Of course, non-development only, because they are simply, they feel that they are in software development. Coding is different from non-IT jobs. So, coming to the point of it, B greater than A, B greater than A, there I am writing. What is that now? Next, print of, what is this now? Max of A value, B value is equal to dot format of what? A comma B comma B. A comma B comma B. Then, what is happening? Line number 9. Line number 9 is called what? Can anybody can say? Other statements part it is called. Other statement. In this place, what I will write it? Program execution completed and turned. Program execution completed. Actually, nothing to write. For your understanding purpose, I wrote it. Start. What is the value of A? 10. What is the value of B? 6. 10 greater than 6. True. True means what is the which line executes? 6 line. All of you must tell the line numbers. If you are understanding, you need to tell the line numbers. What is the line? 6th line. What is the answer is coming? Max of 10 comma 6 is equal to 10. 10. Okay. After that, it goes to which line? Which line? మీకు అసలు ఏం లేదు అసలు మీ బ్రెయిన్ లో బుర్రలో ఏం లేదు అసలు వేస్ట్ ఎందుకని మీరు అసలు గో టు హోమ్ మీరంతా వేస్ట్ గో టు హోమ్ I said that after executing indentation block, it will go to other statement. I wrote it. Here, after executing this indentation block, it will go to other statement. Make English రాదు గుర్తుండదు. After executing indentation block, it will go to other statement. In other statement, what is there? We never bother about it. It will go to other statement. It will go to statement number 7. 7. So I will tell you the flow. First condition is true. It will execute the indentation block. After executing indentation block, it will go to other statement. In other statement, what is there? We never bother about it. So 10 greater than 2 or 10 greater than 6 true. Print up 10 comma 6 is equal to 10. It will go to where? Line number 7. What is the line number 7 we have? If statement. What is the B value? 6. What is the A value? 10. 6 greater than 10. False. Go to where? Line number 9. Line number 9 it will go. That is the actual flow. మీకు సబ్జెక్ట్ రాకుండా ఉంటే కష్టం. Generally students will do what? They will understand. That understanding they are unable to apply to the problem. This type of students who are understanding that syntax, not able to understand the problem, 60% of the students will be there these days. You try to follow. Such a small example I am telling this much. Are you following me? So now I will enter. Second case I will enter. Follow me carefully, all of you. So 10 greater than 10. Take the flow. 10 greater than 20. Quickly. Go to which line? 7th line. 7th line is what? Which line? 8th line. 8th line is printed the output. Next go to which line? 9th line. That is the flow. See the answer now. Answer is like this. 10 comma 20 is equal to what? 20. Next one more time I am going to run it. One more time I am going to run it. Run it. 200 and then 199. 200 greater than 199. True. What is the answer? 6th line. 6th line is printed. Go to which line? 7th line. 7th line is what? Go to which line? 9th line. That is answer is called what? 200. Program execution is completed. Now my question is, already we did that in the last class. Already we did. Equality checking is also there or not? Equality checking is also there. That time equality checking. How many conditions here? 3. A bigger condition, B bigger condition, equality checking is there. So how many if statements already? Simply 3. 3. Simply we will write 3. Already that I was covered in the which operator? If else operator also already covered. So need to attend the classes punctually so that you can understand. Without attending classes, you will get problem. So you have to attend the classes properly. Rehan. So my dear student, already that part is completed. You have to attend simply the classes so that you can write it. Because it's a very easiest one. So what I will do now? A greater than B. This is the one. B greater than A. Now I will enter what here? 10, 10 I am entering. 10, 10 I am entering. 10 greater than 10. Udvaval palakanda మీరు. False. Coming to where? 10 greater than 10. Go to which line? Ninth line. In ninth line, I will write what? A double equal to B. This part I will already explained. I explained like anything in the last sessions. I will print what? Both values are equal. Both values are equal. Both values are equal. I already said. Now I am writing statement 11. What is the statement 11? Program execution completed. Program execution completed. This is what I said. Start now here. 10 and 10 I will enter. 10 greater than 10. Go to which line? Seventh line. 10 greater than 10. Go to which line? Ninth line. Ninth line is called what here? True. True means which line? 10th line. 10th line is executed. Go to which line? 11th line. This is an output what you are getting it. This is an output. Run this code. Now there I am saying 10, 10. You are going to get both values are what? Equal. I think you are following me. Good. So this is what I wrote it. Simple if statement. I wrote it what here? Simple if statement I wrote it. Simple if statement I wrote it. Again I wrote it simple if statement. Again I wrote it simple if statement. Again I wrote it simple if statement. Again simple if statement, simple if statement I wrote it. Are you able to follow? So this is a first example on this area. Understood? Huh? So time is almost close, almost out, completed. Tomorrow class when I come back, that is, we will discuss more number of examples on this area. We'll post this concept for you. You people try to prepare the concept and try to execute this example. And related to that oval or not, I will explain through simple if statement. In the next class, first program is that only I will explain. Okay? Don't miss tomorrow class. Carry on. Online students, if you have any doubts, you hold on. I will discuss with you. Thank you. All the best.